stop meeting like this, people will talk, you know.
A judge refused to dismiss Johnny Depp's defamation lawsuit against ex-wife Amber Heard as the high-profile trial reached its midpoint on Tuesday. Hollywood star Depp, 58, is suing Heard, 36, for $50 million over an article she wrote in the Washington Post, in which she said she had become a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp claims that he is the subject of the article and that the allegations are false. Heard has counter-sued for $100 million, saying Depp smeared her by calling her a liar.
CT reports difficulty with jealousy, issues, and anxiety around fiance's fame and ability to interact with females often. Did I read that correctly? And that's a note that you wrote, correct? Do you recall Ms. Heard expressing the sentiment to you?
Again, like we discussed earlier, I don't recall that specifically. I do have a general sense of jealousy, anxiety issues popping up throughout the years, but I don't remember that specific discussion to give you anything deeper than that.
It says, AH reports history of substance abuse, including an addiction to cocaine and liquor. CT client reports abstaining from cocaine for a couple years, but was unable to report exact dates. Do you see that? Do you see that where I'm referring to?
Yes, I see that.
And that's something that you would have written?
Yes.
Immediately after Depp's lawyer rested their case on Tuesday, Heard's lawyers filed the motion for dismissal. It was clear after 3 weeks of evidence, the lawyer said, that Depp had not proven his case.
In this case, Your Honor, if Mr. Depp abused Ms. Heard physically, verbally, emotionally, or psychologically even one time, then she wins on those claims. Then she wins. It's that simple. And the evidence is overwhelming and undisputed in the ways that I've just described that he did. So for that reason, Your Honor, those claims should be stricken.
A lawyer for Depp said that his team had already met and even exceeded the burden of proof for its defamation claim.
The court should deny defendant Amber Heard's motion to strike because Mr. Depp has come forward in his case in chief with multiple credible witnesses, documents, and authentic tape recordings of Ms. Heard herself, not only satisfying all of the requisite elements of his claim for defamation, including actual malice, but also going the extra mile of showing that Ms. Heard physically abused him. She's the abuser in this courtroom.
Judge dismissed 2 of the 3 motions to strike.
In this matter, there is evidence in the case that a jury could weigh that the statements were made by the defendant, that the statements were about the plaintiff, that the statement was published, that the statement is false, and the defendant made the statement knowing it to be false, or the defendant made it so recklessly as to amount to a willful disregard for the truth. The weight of that evidence is up to the fact finder, so the motion to strike is denied as to statement 2 and 3. The motion to strike as to statement 1, I'm going to take under advisement.
The defense began to present its case after the ruling, calling as its first witness psychologist Dr. Don Huggs. Huggs countered testimony by a psychologist called by Depp's team last week who said the Heard's claims of abuse were likely exaggerated.
The main opinion is that Ms. Heard's report of intimate partner violence and the records that I reviewed is consistent with what we know in the field about intimate partner violence, characterized by physical violence, psychological aggression, sexual violence, coercive control, and surveillance behaviors.
And what was the other main opinion that you had?
The second main opinion was that that Ms. Heard demonstrated very clear psychological and traumatic effects or the exacerbation of trauma from those statements that Mr. Depp made through his attorney. There were 3 statements that we evaluated to see how they affected her emotionally and psychologically, and it was my determination that they did. So there was a number of incidents of sexual violence reported in this relationship. Those are documented early on in Dr. Bonnie Jacobs' notes, where when Mr. Depp was drunk or high, he threw her on the bed, ripped off her nightgown, and tried to have sex with her. There were times when he forced her to give him oral sex when he was angry. These weren't in loving moments. These were angry moments, moments of dominance, moments of him trying to get control over her.
Depp, once among the biggest stars in Hollywood, said he never struck Heard or any woman, and that Heard's allegation cost him everything. Heard's attorneys have argued that she told the truth and that her opinion was protected free speech under the US Constitution's First Amendment. A state court judge in Fairfax County, Virginia, is overseeing the trial, which is expected to last until late May. Please share your views in the comment section below. Hope you like this video. Please share it and press the like button and subscribe to our channel. By pressing the bell icon, you will receive latest updates. Thank you.